it's 11 a.m. and this is registration. It's not really that bad. Doesn't look like the lines are going to be that long. We'll see how it goes. Registration took less than 5 minutes. My card is from 2017, but my membership expires in 2020. And he just checked it out and said, all right, here you go. And I got my little badge that I got around my neck like everybody else, and that was pretty painless. So maybe that's pretty normal for these things. So I guess go left or go straight. I guess I'm gonna go straight. So I came down from there, and here's one of the food courts, I guess. And in here, this is where we go. Okay, so here we go. We're inside. So my initial impressions are that the booths are smaller than they look on the map that's available online. Let's see how this goes.
The first exhibit I went to was Henry Repeating Arms. I asked if a member of their customer service team who I had been corresponding with back and forth was there, and she was. So it was really nice to meet and put a face with the name. She showed me the new side-loading Henry rifle in 30-30, and I really liked it. The checkering on the forestock was really nice, and it felt lighter than my .44 Magnum Big Boy. When I was done at Henry Repeating Arms, I more or less turned around and there were two of my friends from gun channels. So we all proceeded to go over to Smith & Wesson and check out some of the guns over there. From there, we headed over to the media room and we took a group photo with a bunch of other gun channels members. After talking for a while, we all sort of parted ways and then we all got down to business. And that's sort of what this trip felt like once I got into the show and was going to different exhibits and talking to exhibitors. It kind of felt like work, but it was fun. It was really fun. There was more to it than trying to get swag from my friends or trying to weasel an interview. I got to see some new products, and I got to see some products that I've only seen online that really aren't available at my local FFLs, even though they could be special ordered. I got to talk to one vendor about a problem I've had getting spare parts from their manufacturer. I got to talk to another vendor about an issue that I had with an aftermarket part I bought from them, and apparently I wasn't the only one. I got to talk shop with some of the plastics manufacturers now that I'm into plastics in the automotive field. And I even signed up for the Second Amendment Foundation while I was there. Irony? Maybe. So the crowd varied throughout the day on Saturday. It was manageable, it was really crowded, it was manageable, kind of back and forth. It was really easy to pass by somebody or something and miss it entirely. There was that much stuff going on. I went over to the Ruger exhibit and I was looking at a few handguns and I asked about swag. They had run out of swag and it was kind of crowded, so I snapped some pictures and left. Going back and looking, I was looking right at the new Wrangler revolver and didn't even realize it. So it's easy to pass right by something and not even see it because there's just so much to see. Like what Gun Snob and Obnoxious ones say, squirrel moments. So yeah, I guess I'm guilty of that. So it was supposed to be 15 acres. I don't know if that included the meeting areas and all that other stuff. If that included like the press room, or if that was actual just the floor space for all the exhibits. I thought there was a second floor, but it was later pointed out to me that there wasn't. So in a previous video, I talked about never making it to the second floor. Well, I guess that's because there wasn't one. In 7 hours, I was able to walk the entire first floor, but I did pass by some stuff. I tried to do it in a grid pattern, and really, the only vendor that I was planning on visiting was Henry Repeating Arms. After that, everything else was just icing on the cake, and there were some vendors there that I was surprised to see, and then there were some other vendors that I was surprised that they weren't there. But overall, I got to go to almost every single exhibit. Some of the bigger exhibits were just so crowded it wasn't worth going to. It really wasn't. I'd rather spend my time with a smaller part supplier or reload supplier or something like that that wanted my time, and instead of some of these bigger ones where everybody wanted to go there, and they were at the show for a different reason than me. If the NRA show is going to be near where you live in the future and you can get the time, I recommend that you go. And I recommend that you try to make 2 days to do the show. If I had about another 4 or 5 hours, I could have probably gone to the rest of the exhibits that I wanted to see. Overall, I'd say it was a really good experience. It really wasn't that expensive to do, and what I got out of it far outweighs what I had to put into it, other than all this time I'm spending editing videos. Oh my goodness. I can only imagine the guys that have got 20 interviews. It's a lot of work. But it's a labor of love, and we're all in the fight together, and it's really good to talk to the people that make the products that we really enjoy. So if there is an NRA next year, because it was kind of interesting to be there when all this stuff was going down, if there is an NRA next year, my plan is to take 2 days and do the show in Nashville. Thank you for watching.